Gotta just set this up. The streams get a little bit janky at the beginning. Right, I need copy. Come on, you've already done this. Invites. No. Server settings, there we go. No. Members, invites. Create invite link. Create invite link. Copy. Got up my game. Link. Change to that. Yay. Might need to start having another thumbnail as well. Painting and giving shizz away. Save. See our page. Let's just go save and then we can get cracking. But I definitely need to figure out something. Come on, save. Save. Studio. Content. Live. On. Done. We're good. Okay. Good. We are in business. Hello? Anyone here? Oh, there's somebody here. Do you want to go ahead and press like for me having done absolutely nothing at all? Or would you like to hear the plan to try and get some people watching? I got a little plan. Maybe you can't even talk, so maybe I'll just tell you about it. Oh, they're pissed off already. Son of a bitch. Well, you know what? I'll just have to wait till someone chats. In the meantime, I'll just do painting. But I'm a bit excited about what I'm going to do. But, well, I mean, if no one's here, no one's here. But that's the whole friggin' issue. But I just want to say, the main thing I'm excited about is this, my idea, the Tactical Cheese Protocol. That's the one I'm excited about. Or should I say the Tacticus Jedi Proxima? Because, you know, it's Warhammer universe. So that's more like the vibe. That's a bit of paper I don't need. We're working on the demon. But we need to try and figure out a way to be more engaging. I need the masking tape, and I also need a plastic bag, because I've got to create what I'm affectionately going to refer to as the pot. So we need a plastic bag. We've got to figure something out, because the momentum is all squiffy. We don't have the momentum that I'm after. So this bag we shall refer to as the pot. This is now the pot. Here we go. And we will whack that. Where should we whack it? We'll just put it. I think we'll just open it up and put it down here. Down by the Lazy Susan. I think that's fine. And we got a like. Thank you for getting me off of 0. And you know, if you're going to tell me who you are as well, I'll put your list on the draw. You know, we got some shizz. I'm going to put the goodie bag here, and we can start adding stuff to it. So let's whack that there. The theory behind this is we currently got a giveaway, but it's for 55 active viewers. And what I need is a bit of momentum. It's not big enough. Orkchop Gaming, hi buddy. You're new. Your name is new. Currently, for the giveaways, there is only 6 people on the list right there. There's only 6. So if a giveaway happens, if your game's on, you've got a 1 in 7 chance of winning, right? So the gist of it is we're trying to get more people watching the stream. And the first giveaway that I did is for 55 people watching the stream. And I'll give away the Arcanine, what's it called? Quad accelerator platform from the Saturnine box set, right? So it's €55 on Warhammer. So 55 actives. The other one I thought of was 90 euros for the Saturnine Dreadnought. So 90 viewers, I'll give away a Dreadnought, right? You might have to pay postage, but if you're in EU, I'll probably be able to pay that. So there's that. But then I figured these things are too big. I will do some painting. I've just done some fancy gold for the first time, which I was pretty pleased with, which I can tell you about. But the next giveaway is I've got this goodie bag right here. And I'm going to start putting stuff in. Stuff that I can find. So we can put in a couple of termagants. We can whack those in right now. I will whack in this little grenade-toting Gretchen. He's a bit wonky on the base, but he can keep the base. But he's got a few grenades and a little jetpack. So we'll put him in. Orc Chop Gaming, as you've not been here recently, here's some of the most recent paint jobs. We got 3 of these guys, the Ogroid Myrmidons. We got an ogre. I finally managed to figure out the paint scheme for the ogres. I've got my Iron Warrior design figured out. The eyes are a bit jaffed on this one, but that's a very simple Iron Warrior's design. And we have a Ravager. That got done on stream. Very pleased with that. We have also finally managed to clean up or make more orky my Killer Can as well. So these are all ones that we managed to do on the stream. But yeah, so what have we got in there? We got the Gretchen, we got 2 termagants. There's a model in these drawers here. I'm not sure exactly what is, but the idea is that this is the pot, right? This bag. Thanks. I've got some more examples. There's this model I've got in this box, right? It's like a couple of like vampire ladies. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's got a little base and there's a couple of ladies in there and there's a few parts. I'm just going to put all of those parts minus the Space Marine head. There's 2 lady heads in there and they've got a big wig. And there's 2... Is that a Space Marine head? I think that's a Space Marine head. Yeah, it's a Space Marine head and helmet. But there's these... I don't know. I think they're ghosts or vampires. I'm not sure. But we're going to whack them into... we're going to whack them in a bag and put them in the pot, right? So the pot can be given away right now. In theory, we could give it away. And I'm going to keep adding to it until... someone's interested in it, right? So we've got the 2 termagants, the Gretchen, because I'm trying to think of some ways to be more exciting, and I'm trying to think of a way that if I was at my lowest point, what would I like? And you know, free stuff is what I'm thinking, but it's not me being like super duper completely super nice, because I'm trying to get people to watch the channel and interact with the channel and put likes on the channel. So it's kind of like, I appreciate you watching. So if you like and you know people watch, then like I say, I think these goals are too big. 55 active viewers gets the Saturnine quad disruptor thingy, and 90 gets the Dreadnought given away. So I think they're too high. So I'm going to continue with this bag, and right, to unlock it, right now, hear me out. So the way to unlock it is to donate to the channel. Now, hold, before you judge me, don't say, hey, Table, that's heresy. You've always said it shouldn't be about money. And I'm not, because I've put in a caveat, which is the Tactical Cheese Protocol, or the Tacticus Ceterai Proxima, which is just to unlock the draw, just donate on the stream the lowest denomination of cash, which I guess is what? 0.01 cent on Twitch, whatever the hell it is, donate. And that would unlock it. That's what I'm thinking. So even if you're in your poorest, lowest ebb financially, you can activate the Tactical Cheese Protocol and we can still do the draw. Because what I need is some momentum. I can't do my table trades because I'm not liquid. Let's put that Vampire Lady in there and see what else we can find. I'm sure we can find some other bits and bobs. But I guess I should continue painting as well. But as we're streaming, if we think of something else we can put in there, I will. Because I need some momentum. Like, real life is slow. I need something to manifest in reality, you know? Let's pull open another box. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so I've got some resin, Orc Samurai parts. Orc Samurai. I don't know what you could use these for, but you have samurai heads, and they look like orc samurais. And there's various other bits in here. There's some hands. There's 2 orc samurai heads. The flags that go on their back. There's those. And there's some shoulder armor or chest armor by the looks of it. So there's some orc samurai stuff and some various bits. That's all going in a bag. That can go into the drawer. I don't know what they're from. Couldn't tell you. But I'm going to bag them up and I'm going to throw them in the pot as well. That's another one I'm going to do. You have, at the moment, there's only 6 people on the draw list as well. So it's like, I mean, what? I've definitely got to keep improving things until there's enough traffic, essentially. So we will keep adding. Bad boy, welcome, hello. Let's put all these parts in a bag. Oh, there's a screw in there. We don't need that. There's a small screw. You definitely don't need to win that, do you? Come on, we don't need that one. We can just leave that to one side. So let's put that in the pot as well. Good. That's something. Oh, I've forgotten this. There's this dirty, great, massive samurai sword. That should go in, without a doubt. So, right, there's 3 of us here. Whoever the third person is, can you plop a like on for me? Because there's no... I can't stop looking at the real-time analytics. And there's 2 things that really cheese me off. One is that the analytics, I've been looking at them too much, and they're moving too slow for my wonky mind to comprehend. And then the other one is I missed out on a table trade. I didn't miss it, but I did. I found it in time, and it was a bargain on a load of Tyranids. But because I bought up all these boxes, like an idiot, the weakest battalion, these 2 I want to keep, but I've overpaid. I'm not going to be able to resell them, so I've essentially locked down all my table trades cash. And the thing with table trades is that's what was keeping me from being bored. So I'm a little bit bored. So I've come on today to work on some painting, but also to run past my idea of tactical cheese. Now, I think tactical cheese, I think there's some merit in it, but I need to pick your brains with regards to getting it good, right? But we do some painting as well, but that's it, tactical cheese. So we've already got some parts in there. If it's EU, if you're EU, I'll post it for free. And then whatever, if someone's wanting to check what the lowest, I don't know what it's called. Is it called a super chat? Whatever the lowest increment of money you can enter in that will unlock the draw, but it has to be the absolutely lowest. I'd like to think that you could do 0.01, but I reckon it's going to be like 1 cent. That's going to be the amount. But anyway, let's continue painting, shall we? So we're working on this guy. We started him yesterday, and this is what we're going to continue with. I clearly need to make the streams more exciting, because the past few days I've just sat and just focused purely on the painting, but I'm bloody chuffed to bits with that shoulder. But I want to do the eyes a different color. I'm going to paint those white and then color them in. But this is where we're at. So I guess we continue down the body, and there's a few gold bits, and we can do these skulls. Now I was given the idea for doing the skulls with a little bit of red around them to give them that like freshly acquired vibe, but I think it's £1, but I'm not quite an adult, so I won't let that redonate, unfortunately. Right, okay, so that's the minimum. Okay, that's a lot higher than I was hoping for. That's a bit sucky, because I wanted it to be like, well, I guess it's still technically tactical cheese, but I just need to up the quality of the pot. That's what I need to do. So I will put, oh, it's bloody heavy. It's really heavy, so that might affect the postage, but I might put him in. He could go in. He's the first McFarlane figure. He's the first McFarlane figure. He's pretty heavy, but it's really going to up the postage. I guess I could put him in. All right, fine. He's going in. Here's another one that could go in. In here is a Rattling Sniper. He's going in. So the Space Marine, the Rattling Sniper is going in. Right, we've got some more stuff in there. Have I gone insane? Or am I just bored out of my gourd? Am I just completely in need of some stuff going on? You know, some excitement. So yeah, so the McFarlane's in there, and all the models that I told you about. So that's something at least. But if we get the 55, I need to do a smaller one. We've got the 55, we've got the 90. I haven't actually done any painting yet. Let's do a 30. Should we do a 30? Let's do a 30, and that will get you a Space Marines captain in Terminator armor. Fine, we'll do a 30. Yeah, so we've got a 55, a 90, and a 30. This is going to be 30 active viewers, and I'll give this away. That's getting a little bit mental, but it must be an indicator of just how friggin' bored I'm getting. So let's make it up, put it down on a post-it, and see if we can actually manage to get some traction. So I've noticed that we're down to one person. So, I mean, is free stuff boring? Evidently so. Maybe this is the wrong way to go, but I just want to entertain myself. That's what I'm trying to do. So let's whack this on, and then we will do some painting. Let's whack that on down here on the giveaway. So let's put 30 down there so I can be reminded. Of course, you know, if you can't give this stuff away, I'll just friggin' keep it. It's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Now I want to paint. I want to paint because I missed that bargain, and I'm not in the best of moods, so I want to sit and paint now. So let's start continuing this guy. I will do the eyes straight away. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in on something difficult. Where's my synthetic brush? Thank you for the third like. I appreciate that. We really need to move because on the real-time analytics, there's just nothing going on. And I don't know why I can't stop watching it. It updates in real time. It's so addictive. Excellent, Orc Chop. But I think we've got to hit the critical mass of free, because I've now got 4 giveaways on the go, right? One is immediately possible, and then these ones require a little bit more progress. So those ones won't happen. So it might be a case of we just stick with Tactical Cheese. So it might be Tactical Cheese. Also, bear in mind that if someone donates the buck, that doesn't win them the item. It merely opens up the draw, right? That's what I'm thinking. That merely activates the draw, because I'm thinking that maybe YouTube algorithm is like, oh, hang on, this channel, this stream got super chatted. Maybe we'll bump it up a little bit. That's my theory. So I'm open to suggestions, completely open to suggestions if you've got some. So I'm probably going to screw this up. Well, I might not actually. I'm just going to try and go in and just do a dab on the eye. But there's quite a lot of paint on this brush, so I might go for the bigger eye first. So we're going to go to the shoulder pad, and I'm just going to put a dab of white on this eye. Let's see if I can just go and do it first time. I'm going to keep talking whilst I do it. So there we go. We just put a dab of white on there. That's all it needs. Let's go do the smaller one right there next to it. Let's see if we can do it first time. If I do it first time, can I get a little cheeky? Now, asking for likes still makes me feel like heresy, but the alternative... So I always ask myself, what's the alternative? If I'm not asking for likes, then the alternative is that there's no movement traction on the channel, there's no traction on the live streams, and I just stop doing it. So what I'll do is I'll bite the bullet and I will ask. You know, I'll sing for my supper. So I will ask more. There's 5 of us here, 3 likes. The maths is wrong. 2 of you are committing heresy. And I'm not even going to bang on about Tactical Cheese anymore. So... Okay, you see the Thunder Warrior and Thousand Suns I did. Is it in Discord? Is it in the Discord chat? Is it in the Discord chat? Is that what it is? So, right, so now we've actually had a donation. So I've got to put my money where my mouth is. I have to stick to what I'm going to do. So one of these people up here is going to win the friggin' McFarlane and all the bits in the bag. And I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow and post it off to them. So, but they're not even in the friggin' stream, so we're going to have to track them down. Schmitters, you're in for a shot, buddy. You are in for a shot. You've got a 1 in 6 chance of winning something. So, and I need to fire up Discord General because there's a Thunder Warrior. Oh, no. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier today. I'm going to scroll back up General Chat. Let me just do these 2 eyes. And then the 2 eyes on the main head. One. That one's... bled a little bit. 2, that's bled, but the ink will fix it. And I'm just going to come in here. These will definitely bleed. I'm not going to be able to nail these first time, but I'm just going to get a bit of... I'm going to like that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. We've got a bit of excitement. Friggin' thank you, bad boy. Dear God. Honest to God, I'm missing that bargain. So no, he's got wacky eyes right now, but I'll clean that up and fix it. Don't worry. I have to clean that up somehow, but there's coverage in the eyes. I'll figure it out. Let's pull up General and look at this Thunder Warrior, and then we're doing the draw. I'm going to pull up a random number generator and go with that. Thank Christ, we've got some movement going on. General chat. Let's scroll up for the Thunder Warrior. Thunder Warrior, Thunder Warrior, Thunder Warrior. Thunder Warrior. Thousand Sun. That's Ant's Thousand Sun. Is that the Thunder Warrior? I'm not sure. Ah, there he is. Hey, yeah, he's nice. Yeah, yeah. The Thunder Warrior. Thunder Warrior, yeah. Without a doubt, that's what I'm looking. That's the kind of thing I'm expecting. Right, we're going to pull up a random number generator, and also let's go to the list. So it's between those are the names. I'm going to do a random number generator now between 1 and 6, and I'll come back and tell you who won. Right. Finally, we got our first actual draw. Random number generator. Random number generator. Between 1 and 6. Okay, generate. Huh? Okay, we've got a winner. We got a winner. It was between 1 and 6. Oh my God. You want to know what the number is? It was number 3. It is actually Schmitters. I'm just going to take the phone over to the screen just to verify that it's true. Hang on a second. So bear with me 1 second. The room's a bit dark. Hang on. It's also a bit untidy. Hang on. Let's just go to the computer. I just want to show you. Look. So it is number 3. I walked over with the phone. It's number 3. So there we go. Right. So basically, Schmitters won. Schmitters, you won. You freaking won, Schmitters. You were the first ever draw win. You won. So you've won, Schmitters. You've won. You've won this, which is the first ever McFarlane Space Marine figure released. You've won that. I bought it for like 23 euros, I think. So you got that. So you're up. And you also got this pot of stuff. So you got a load of bits. You got some Orc Samurai. You got 2 Termagants. You got these Ghost Women. You got a Gretchen Grenade Jetpack guy. You've got a Ratlin Sniper. And that's all yours, Schmitters. That's all yours. And I'm going to pay the postage because you're in the EU. So I got to put my money where my mouth is. So yeah, you totally... That's yours, Schmitters. That's all yours. I'm going to box it up tomorrow and go take it to the post office. So don't worry about too much what they are. Yeah, I just gave that away. That's yours. Enjoy, Schmitz. I'll pop it here for now, but yeah, so you can have a look at it. But that's yours. That's your bits. Right there. They're yours. If you don't like them, just sell them. I mean, you got them for free. So there we go. That's all yours, Schmitters. All yours. Enjoy, buddy. I'm going to need you to email me a postal address. Yeah, so, but now that I've got it, so you know, you might get a pizza from time to time. It's a draw, Schmitz. And, you know, I mean, yes, I put your name on there without your permission and then had a laugh about doing it. But you friggin' won, Schmitz. The alternative is if you want, you can let it ride. If you, honest to God, want to give up on your prize, you can. If you want to just give up on it, Schmitters, you've forever got the accolade of being the first one winning. So if you really, really want, you can just let it ride. If you want. If that's what you really want to do, then fine. if you want to do that. I'm going to do some painting whilst we're waiting. But it's yours as of this moment, Schmitz. So it's yours as of this second. Up to you, buddy. Up to you. I don't mind either way. Happy to post it to you. Schmitz. Again with the kindness. Unbelievable. All right, Schmitz. So that's fine. If any more names want to go on, then we can do that. There's only 3 people here, but if anyone else wants to go onto the draw, Schmitters, the first ever winner of a draw, has in fact passed on the prize. So what we do is I'll paint this hair, and I will add some things. How'd you get on the list? You just did, Orkchop. Are you in the EU? First of all, are you in the EU? I can't post it out to you if you're not in the EU at the moment. Because you know, I don't got the money. I can do an EU postage. Can't do Brexit. Can't do US because of tariffs. So where are you at? You're in the EU. Well, that's all we need to worry about. You're on the list. So let's. So essentially, we're going to have tactical cheese again, because essentially I was going to give that away, so it would have been a totally new draw. So I'm going to have to ask for tactical cheese, lowest denomination, but I'm going to get Orkchop on. But let me just paint this hair. No, screw it. Let's do it first. Okay, Orkchop, I'm going to put you on the list. Oh, you're on the UK. So the issue is, from sending from Finland to the UK, you're going to have to pay more for the items coming in. I'll have to value the items, and then you're going to have to pay you're most likely to get hit by an import customs charge. But as you're in the UK, if I was a bigger channel, what the dream would be is I'd order you something from Wayland Games and send it to you via a PO box. But we're not there yet, because we're getting I got peanut numbers on the stream, so it scales with that. You know, my success is more nice stuff for everybody, really. More nice stuff for me, more nice stuff for you. Because if I'm ordering you stuff from Wayland Games, you're damn sure I'm going to be keeping those points from the purchase and saving those up to buy something. So, plus I might get in well with Wayland Games and be like, hey, you know, can I get a pre-order? But, I mean, that's so far down the line. But, okay, we had a draw. Schmitters, you won the first ever draw. It actually happened. And we need to say thanks again to Goy. I mean, yeah, you can I can give you a tour of the hobby area. Yeah, sure. I can do that. I can totally do that. It is, you know what, let's just put the brush away and I'll do that now. Just as long as I don't end up in the shot. But, okay, so here we are. It's, so for starters, I'll just do the shelf. So I've got a few bits, pens, vortex mixer, my lamp. And then wet palette, a few paints, and then I've got my board. I got a nice little self-portrait that I did for Dan's. Then I've got a list of memorable things that I've got on the board. I've got the raffle list, Lazy Susan, some more paints and stuff, and then we've got where my money's tied up from table trading. I bought these, and I now have locked up all the cash I made from table trades, so I'm a bit bored. And then on here, we've got other bits that I've managed to buy. What I do is I buy cheaply. I don't necessarily buy stuff I immediately want. I kind of have to wiggle my way around. But these 4 I really genuinely wanted. So I don't really want to resell them. We've got models that have been painted and need to go into the cabinet. In there's 10 Terminators that I bought secondhand. How the hell did I fall behind 2 minutes? I don't know. Since it's not in the box, you can undervalue it too. Yeah. I think it may fall below the minimum for customs charges. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. But I know whenever I order stuff from UK, it costs me extra. And then if we continue up, we go to the shelves of bits and bobs. So I've got some models in here in various stages of wanting to be done. Some bits and some more models. Sprues. Been collecting old cards for rules. We go up here, we got a few more bits, some rule books, an old computer. more rule books. The top shelf, I've got a few bags and all of my firearms, which I can't really show in stream, I guess. And then if we pan round, we've got my pile, which I've built up over the years on top of my cabinets, which is that. That's what I've got kicking about. Oh, the Dreadhold, that's a discontinued bit of Age of Sigmar terrain, right? It's in the box. Francois found it on eBay for $369. I'm willing to give that away. Or you can buy it for €100. So you get that if you want it for €100. But we found it on eBay for $369. So that's yours anytime you want it. €100, because then I could justify opening my Typhon or my other box. Yeah, there is a line. My first so it's a bit messy. So this cabinet hasn't been wiped ever, but there's some like Tyranids in there and a Siege Dreadnought, and then I've got some Necrons and Tau, and then at the bottom all my Age of Sigmar stuff, and then in this one I've got my really old Warhammer down there, and then some Space Marines in various states of goodness, and then my Chaos, and that's it. So I'm going to pan back around. So that's literally the space. It's very snug because it's just a fraction of the room, so I can compartmentalize it. But yeah, that's it. That's the space. So for RTO, not Lionel Johnson, I saw your line. Oh, is it for Lion? Oh, okay. The Necrons design, thanks. Yeah, I wanted them to look like ghosts. Hang on, I can actually pan and show you that again. I just wanted them to... I wanted a fun army, so I've just painted them like ghostly boogermen, just for fun. You can see in the background, I've got bone and brass Necrons, and then over there's grey Necrons, because I can't decide the colours easy enough. So that's what I went with. Yeah. So that's what I went with. I wanted just an easy army, so they're very quick to paint and like just a fun army, basically. That's what I was going for. So yeah, that's the tour. That's it, really. For those of you that haven't liked, can you like? I need the help. I'm having some troubles with the old traffic. There's a lack of viewings, and I'm trying to op it. So the giveaway happened. Schmidt has won and then gave it up. So the giveaway is still going. Well, no, there's going to be a new giveaway, but I've got to figure out what to add to it. To be honest, I wasn't going to add the McFarlane figure. I got a little carried away with that. So let's continue the old Demon Prince. Let's do the beard. Just get that in there. But yeah, I need some excitement. That's what it is. I need some excitement, and I'm willing to give away. You know what? If you really like the Necrons, I could be convinced to give them away. No, I didn't have 55 viewers. We had a new one. I've come up with a new plan. Yeah. I can tell you how I did the greens if you want to emulate it. It was the inverse of what I wanted. But no, RK9, we didn't get the 55. It's not the accelerator platform that I was giving away. I gave away this McFarlane figure and then a bag of models and bits. That's what we were going to give away. We were going to give away. We did give it away, but he didn't want it. It wasn't a good enough giveaway. So I mean, if you really want, if I pull the cabinets apart, I could grab out a Necron if you really want to see. I'm fine. I'm happy to do that. If you really want to have a little look-see. But yeah, so that's it. So the tactical cheese draws are just basically we do a draw when there's a donation, basically is the gist of it. So whatever the lowest denomination of cash is, that's tactical cheese. And then we just do a draw. We get a little bit of excitement. We get a winner. And we had Schmitters, but he turned it down, which means I essentially get to do another free draw. But I still offer to post it if it's in EU. So yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll crack one out for you. I'll show you one of those Necrons just fine. And I can even explain to you how I did it. That beard, a little bit red up here. Let's just pop a bit in there. And then if we do a bit here as well, and then I'll grab out that Necron. Let's just put a bit more on there. Is there a little bit under there? Yeah, there's a little bit. But I mean, the underside of the beard, I don't think you're going to see it much. I just don't think it's going to be an issue. But I will just try and put in a couple of dollops in there. Is there any other hair? No, but there's the robe, and I've got a lot of brown still. Let's just pop the brush in the pot, and I'll grab out a Necron for you. Let's do that. Let's keep the nice little paste going. Let's just have a little bit of stuff going. Hang on a second. What I will do is, if I just slide. Oh, I've got to go out and do it. Hang on, guys. I've got to leave this little nook for a second to move some cabinets. So don't leave. I'm going to add some stuff to the drawer. Okay, we'll just slide that back. Okay, that's good. So I just grabbed the biggest example. There we go. So the biggest example, Schmitters. So basically, all it is base coated in grey cere. And what I do is I give it a very liberal glaze of the Tesseract green, and then let it dry, and then it's just an incredibly watered down layer of I do believe it's orc flesh, and incredibly watered down. It's basically the inverted of what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be lighter green in the recesses, but it's basically, I just wanted them to look ghosty. And I didn't want to. I tried two variations of Necron colours and it didn't work out. So I just went for this because I wanted something fun, and I wanted to have my Necrons painted. So he might live up there for now. There we go, until I reach for the tape. But he's going to live up there. Just hang up there until later. But yeah, so right, let's add something to the drawer. What should we add? We're going to add. Let's add. I've got them listed, but maybe we could add these. So I'm going to add a Chaos Sorcerer, base coated in white. Chaos Sorcerer right there. We're going to add him, and I'm going to add the Skink Priest. So they are. I've listed them on Table Trades for €7.50 each. So that's another €15 added to the pot. Now they're a bit delicate, so I'm going to have to package them super carefully. I can't just throw them in a Ziploc bag. So I'm going to put the priest up, but I will Ziploc bag the sorcerer right now and whack him in. So that's another 15 to the drawer. So we've got the 15, the 23 for the Space Marine, and the bits. Let's just call that €1 for the bits. And then the Rattling Sniper is the free mini of the month, so they're just bits and pieces. But still not bad for a draw. Not bad. Speaking of green, I use green for my Stardust Acid Saliva. Have you added any of that to any of the minis? No, I'm not so good at doing like blood effects or stains and stuff like that, or weathering. I'm not good at any of that. So I'm going to throw this in the pot. And the pot's getting a bit bigger. So there we go. We won't unlock it. With the UK postage, I mean, I can put you on the draw list, but I can't guarantee that you might not incur extra charges. I'm willing to give it a go, Orc, if you want. Also, we've got 6 people and 5 likes, so if someone could help me out on that one. That would be swell. That would be awesome. I haven't done anything like, it's acid, isn't it? So, venom isn't. Oh, I don't know if venom is acidic. Now we've got some brown available, but there's no browns. Oh, there's a brown that's connected. We can do the handle of the sword. I'm a little bit stuck on this this detail here as well. I'm not sure what to do with that one, but yeah, I like that my drawers made me uncomfortable, that I'm throwing bits in that I'd have to go to my table trades websites and take off those listings if I give them away instead. So I've made myself feel uncomfortable, which is good because that means I'm outside of the comfort zone. It is acid, but I think when they activate, it's also poisonous. Let's give it a go. I'll check the costs in just in case. Just type Finland to England postage and see how bad it is. For EU postage, I'm looking at about €6 to post something, but with the weight of the marine, it might be 7. But UK, is really iffy now with Brexit, so I can't promise that, if it's going to be like €20, I'm not going to post it to you. It's very early days on the draws, so much so that this isn't something that I've been gifted or anything. I've bought these things, and I'm choosing to give them away because I appreciate you guys liking and just being here with me. So I need to kind of show that. That's why it's such a small list for the draw. It's only 6 people, so it's pretty good. But with the more people, I mean, with the more views and stuff, like if we got 49 more people watching this stream, I'd give away the quad accelerator cannon, and there's only 7 people on the list. So like, I mean, I don't know another giveaway that's got such great odds currently. Like, I feel it's a little bit ridiculous. It feels like I would love to be involved in that. That's why I've made it that way, because I'm trying to appeal to me. Does that make sense? All right, I'm going to put you on, Orc Chop. Okay, I'll put you on. I'll write you on now. You are number 7 from now until eternity. You are number 7. Orc Chop. You're on there, buddy. You're number 7. Lucky number 7. You are on there. Well, if it's 55, then we'll do it. If it's 90, then the next giveaway from that is the Saturnine Dreadnought. So, it could get ridiculous. But the idea is to have the people here. So the only thing with the accelerator and the Saturnine is if the draw doesn't need to be donated to release. It's only the pot draw that is a donation. These ones just happen with view account. But the thing is with those is I'll do them at the end of the stream. So it has to maintain the count until the end of the stream. What's the most we've seen so far? 15. 15 is the most we've seen. But that was a very brief little blip. But yeah, we went up to 15. And the reason the numbers I went for 55 and 90, it's really arbitrary. I just looked them up on Warhammer, and it was the price of the item. Can go one more on their one giveaway list. Bad Guy, you want to go? Are you EU? You're Hungary, right? Or am I? No, I'm thinking of Arcanine. He's already on there. Are you EU, Bad Guy, or UK? But yeah, it all depends. If the as I'm saying, I'll pay the postage. If it's massively bad, yeah, I can't do US. I know I want to, but we have to grow before I can do US because of tariffs and international shipping. I can't afford it. I just can't afford it. Like, I shouldn't even really be giving away this stuff, but I want stuff to happen, but I can't do US yet. If we grow, I'll do US without a doubt, but for now I can't do US. The prizes have to scale with people interacting, with people being present, with the revenue going up on the ads and whatnot. If there's growth, I'll do bigger prizes and I'll send them further afield without a doubt. But it's got to grow. So, it's you help me, I help you sort of thing. We have this kind of symbiotic relationship. The more people that watch, the bigger the prizes get, and the more exciting it gets for me. So can only be for 10 minutes, but I have a question for you. Do you use a primer before painting? Yes, always. Spray primer. Yep, I tend to go for the color that I'm going to do it most, but my preferred primer is this one you see here, which is, I do believe this is white actually. No, this is Grey Seer. Grey Seer is my favorite primer. That's the one I go for. With black, I used to be go black because I'd use the black from from in the recesses as my main shadow, but I moved on since then. So yeah, Gracie is the one for me. That's my primer. But in saying that, I just painted some Horus Heresy Mechanicum stuff. I spray painted them red. And then there was some Tau and some Death Guard. I spray painted them Xandri Dust. And I painted my Iron Warriors, base coated them with Lead Belcher. So I primed my plane like an hour ago. Can start airbrushing tomorrow. I'd like to see the progress. I've been watching the pictures pop up in Discord, so that's been pretty interesting. Yeah, Grey Seer. Grey Seer is the one to go for. That's my go-to colour. I like it a lot. Grey Seer is definitely the one for me. It's not so good if you're doing like a lot of metallics, but I just like to see where I'm working, and it stands out. You've got to be quite on it with like darker is more forgiving with regards to like leaving recesses, because with a white recess, the spray paint, I just use the Games Workshop sprays. They're extortionately priced, but I tried using Armor Painter, but they were just a little bit different in how the consistency went on, and so it's better the demon, sort of thing. Better the devil, in that I already know how the it just looked a little bit shiny. I don't know if I shook the can enough. I tend to shake them a lot, but I just prefer the GW ones. I'm just used to them. I know where I stand with them. I know how fast I can go through, because when I spray models, I tend to do them in big batches, so I kind of race through doing them. Pro tip, get yourself those surgical gloves when spraying models, and what you do is you set them down on your flat surface, give them all a token spray, and then start picking them up and doing them individually. You can really race through them, and you don't need a full coat. You just need some paint to adhere. You don't have to. I never get it on. I never go excessive with the spraying. I don't cake it on. I get enough so that I know another coat will adhere okay, and also the spray paint kind of melts the surface ever so slightly. That's why if you blast a load on, you can ruin your details, which I never knew until recently, that it kind of melts the surface a little bit to get a good bond. Yeah, I was quite surprised when I found that out. Can't remember where though. So we're on 7. We've added the Skink Priest and the Chaos Sorcerer to the pot, but that didn't tickle anyone's pickle for a draw, so we're going to have to add a little bit more, I guess. I may or may not have blasted on way too much. Yeah. But hopefully, as you're airbrushing afterwards, you won't be adding much more. But yeah, overblasting. I've got an example of it. Like I was spray painting a Space Marine, and like there was just too much on his face, and it kind of removed the details of the eye lenses. It can be a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, frankly, when you ruin models. So that's why I always go lower, because you can always add more paint, but it's not so easy to unmelt features when you get those horrible spray paint blobs. So I just whack this on. I mean, I don't have any more brown on this guy. I guess we could like use a bit of it on the base, just get a little bit of texture on the rocks. We could do. So there's no hair on the legs. He's got like chicken legs. If this is a small giveaway, then I might be willing to pay for shipping for a bigger one, because bigger than this would be absolutely absurd for a giveaway. Luckily the plane bigger than the giveaway. What is it not good enough? You need more, or is it a case of weight? Because we can drop the McFarlane, we can drop that or split it, and this could be a heavier EU one, and then this is a lighter international one. Because I wasn't ever going to add the McFarlane. I just saw it there and thought, oh, I'll add it. But if we want to keep it to miniatures, then the weight is down. We can do that. That's possible. We can tweak it. If you want to tweak the pot, we can. We can remove the Marine and have him as a separate one. I'm fine with that. We can totally do that. But where things will really get juicy is if we get 55 viewers and then we do the platform. That's going to be a bit bonkers. I think that's worth posting to the US. It's a €55 model. So don't run out of stuff. Yeah, but also, Schmitters, I also want to have a tempting prize so that it actually happens. For me, it's about momentum. I want to have it. I don't want to just think about it being a good idea. I want it to manifest, I want it to be a real thing. should I bother putting brown on these stones? I mean, I've got it. I might just texture it into that crack a little bit. I've got quite a lot. I've got other models that need brown though. So now that I've done a little bit of that rock, I'm going to do the rest though. So I will glob just a bit in there. Not a lot, just a bit in those recesses. And then I'll put this paint on something else to not waste it. Okay, we're going to split. We'll split them then. I think that's so. That's be on more than one giveaway. Basically, with the giveaways, everyone on that list, that's your forever number. So you're forever involved in giveaways from now on. That's your allotted number. The list will only get bigger, but they are your numbers. So that number's not changing, Chop. You're 7. You could be number 7. Bad Goy, do you want on even though you're US? Because you could win, like, we could try a US item, but the packaging might be awful. The pricing might be awful. But let's say it was double what the EU posting was. I would cover half of it. Something like that. What about if we did something like that? Oh, stopped. We could work something out. It's just the issue with the postage is I'm not super made of money. We're early days, you know. We're trying to see that very first initial movement. And I reckon, my theory is this, right, with live streaming, that loads of people just never get off the starting blocks. So I feel like we keep tweaking the giveaways, we keep finding the ways, and then we just get off the starting block, and then we can snowball. That's my theory. That's my theory, guys. I feel like we've got stuff we can give. We just have to find the way to reach out. Like, the prizes are there, they're available. We've just got to hit the arbitrary numbers I've assigned. So yeah, that's it really. But with the pot draws, now there's 2 pot draws. If you wanna roll the dice on those draws, send a donation for the pot draws. The other ones are viewer based. Oh, we've got the 30 as well. We've got the Terminator. So if we hit 30, we give away the Terminator. 55 the platform, 90 the Saturnine. Roughly equivalent value were added in place of the McFarlane, but I got a lot of those figures already. It's well, Jesus Christ. I mean, what else have I got to do? I mean, like, it's free stuff. You can always resell it for 0, but you're paying the postage, I guess. So, and you're US, so I guess you're perfectly legit in your reasoning. Actually, that's not a totally invalid opinion of yours. In fact, you're totally valid in that thinking. It's like perfectly reasonable. Bad Goy, you are number 8. I'm gonna write you on right now. Let's get you on there. You are now number 8. So we've got 6 viewers, right? If we had 24 more people watching, I'd give away a Terminator that I don't want to give away. And I think that's ultimately good for me, that I'm a bit of a hoarder. So not only am I selling it, not only am I not selling it, I'm giving it away. But it's exciting. I'm entertaining myself. But it's a nice Terminator Captain. What's really nice about it, that I really liked, is that you can go Power Fist, or Chain Fist in this case. But I really like that you can do that with him. He's a nice model. And he's got a combi melter flamer. No, combi bolter flamer. Combi bolter plasma. So, or is that combi storm bolter? I'm not sure. Combi bolter. Something. But basically, oh, he's got a melter version as well. He's a nice model. I don't give that away. Like, it's a little bit bonkers. Who would reject free stuff like that? Yeah, Bad Goy 2. Bad Goy 2. You are now on the list. But Schmitters, you are forever immortalized as the first winner. Bad Goy 2. Schmitters, remember we were talking about the Revel kits, right? Which one do you like best? Do you like the Panzer III, the Tiger 2, or the Cromwell? Which one is it that you like most, Schmitters? Which one of those do you like most? Can you get a little cup? You can. Yeah, you can get a little cup. I'm going to give you a little cup because you were forever the smartest. I'm going to try and draw a little goblet next to you. Why does this remind me of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? He is chosen poorly. There you go. There's a little cup. There you go, Schmitters. We all know what that means. Probably the Cromwell. Okay, Schmitz. Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to grab it out. So we have a third drawer. We're splitting them out a little bit now. So we've got a third drawer. It is a Cromwell Mark IV World of Tanks copy, Revel miniature, 1:72 scale. You get 3 invite codes that give you some 7 days of premium, 1,000 gold in the garage slot. You get a bonus code, 2 times experience credits in crew and experience, as well as the model. Not much to say on the back, but there's the model. Retail value €20. Yours in a drawer. So that's now on there. Does that wet your whistle at all, Schmitters? Does that make it a little bit more exciting for you? That it's not just Warhammer stuff. We now got the Farland, we got the bag of models, we got the World of Tanks. I'm just going to go to the loo. You guys think that over. How far do we need to go with this before it starts getting some traction? Right, I'm back. Okay, now that we've got now 6 drawers rather than 2, which we had at the beginning of the stream, I'm going to continue some painting. I might spread out the last of that brown on one of those ogre's trousers that I have. But I mean, like, I think like I'm doing good with the drawers. I feel like, and the thing is, right, there's a lot of pressure there because once I've agreed to give them away, they forever have to be given away. So if we don't do it, it's just going to sit here. That's it. It's just going to sit there forever because I can't now, because that's listed on Table Trades. You know what? I'm going to leave it listed on Table Trades, and if the draw doesn't happen and someone buys it, I'll sell it. I'm not going to leave it here forever. If we're not doing the draws and I get the opportunity to make the money back on them, then I will table trade them. I don't really need any of the World of Tanks stuff. Schmitters, I'm trying to make it exciting for you. What would it take? I don't have any airfix. I don't have any. We could... No, they're just rule cards. They're not anything exciting. I don't know what I could add, frankly. Well, I'm already completely locked up. I'm already completely stuck with my bits and bobs because I've used up all my table trade cash. So I'm completely locked up financially. It's all in stocks. Stock, not stocks. Stocks. I'm not that big a trader. It's small trades. Okay, so Schmitters is happy with it. Good. Good. I was able to tempt you with that. So there we go. We got those now available. Well, I mean, Schmitters, do you have a friend who plays World of Tanks? You could just give it to them. You know, you could just give them the code. So we've done the robe. Let's go in and do... So that's what? We've got a little bit of gold there, but then I guess these plates would be gold. We've got tactical strap. Let's go with gold. Let's get some gold on. Continue down. So there we are. So that's the drawers we got going on. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of thinking, hey, what about movies? Schmitters, what about movies? Who likes movies? I've got Blu-rays. What about Blu-rays? Do you want a Blu-ray? What kind of movies do you like? Yeah, I got a load of Blu-rays. That's another way you could support me. Actually, you could just buy something off my table trade store, but that's not as fun as giving the stuff away. I think. I think the giveaways are the way to go. But what about a Blu-ray? Can't even play Blu-rays. Okay, Schmitters, I'm gonna be honest. You're a hard man to please. I'm trying to please you for some reason. It's not the first time I've tried to make you happy, Schmitters. I've known you a long time. I really, but as you turn down the first draw, I kind of feel like I want to, I feel like it wasn't good enough for you. I felt like I need to tailor it to a little bit more Schmitter's tastes. Just be careful. Generosity is great, but with how much you're giving away, it seems like a lot for how low the viewership goals are. Well, this is the thing, bad guy. If I don't try, nothing will happen. That's my theory. And I, not in a good way, but my mind goes a mile a minute. And so I need like stuff going on. And I'm really trying right now, right here, to have something that isn't just a pipe dream in my head. I'm trying to, because I'm becoming a little bit weirder. I'm becoming a little bit of a shut-in, and I'm trying to make moves where I actually do things and interact with people. So these giveaways are very much real, and it's not just me sitting hoarding stuff, so I'm trying to entertain us. Like, I'm very much included in that as well. So yes, I'm giving it away, but I'm looking to try and help me, because it's the real-time analytics on the channel that really get me. I just find myself looking at it all the time, and so I'm trying to get a little bit of movement in them. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do something nice, trying to entertain you guys. I'm trying to entertain me. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to entertain me at my lowest point. That's what I'm trying to do with these giveaways. I'm trying to think of a thing that where, when I was at my lowest, poorest point, would I like this? Would I like this as a possibility thing? So yeah. So you guys are here with me. I want to do something nice for you. That's it. What was it? Quid pro quo. But yeah, so my wife has mentioned that I am getting a bit more odd in my shut-in ways, and I don't want to become like a hermit. I need to interact with people. Need to do that. So you're helping me as well as I'm helping you. So, yeah, one of the streams, Smitters, made €1 in ads. It made €1 in ad revenue, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but when your channel's bringing in somewhere between 7 and 18 cents a day, it's quite a big clump. So there's movement. Good to be proactive in anything you like, but unfortunately online interaction isn't exactly proportionate to effort put in. It helps, but a lot of getting viewers is just luck too. I agree, bad guy. You are completely right in that assessment. You are. It's that I'm also helping myself, because I'm out there, I'm doing it like I need to get myself out there. I need to create something. I need to make stuff, and I'm sure luck is definitely going to be involved. I could in theory do everything right and stuff still not work. So yeah, it could just be, yeah, it might not do anything, but the point is, the alternative is to not try. And I know what will happen. I'll just sit on my computer forever playing Civ. So do you see what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I was surprised as well with the €1 of revenue. I was surprised at that. Yeah, it was pretty exciting for me as well. But that's what I want to do. I want to drive the ad revenue. I was umming and ahhing about the pot one being a donation, but then I thought of Tactical Cheese or Tactus Cheddar Proxima, and I liked the Tactical Cheese idea. So the other theory is that if there's a super chat donation, YouTube algorithm will be like, hey, there's people super chatting on this, let's promote it. So that's the theory. That's why I said you can donate the smallest amount to activate the draw.
It's the more that the fact that it happens, and I don't know, I think maybe algorithm world would take that into account, I think. So that's my theory. I mean, I am making this all up as I go. I'm just a guy in a cupboard whose brain doesn't gel well with the pace of the real world. I need a little bit more stuff going on, stuff that's me. Because at the moment, I'm just like dad. I'm husband, and I've kind of given myself wholeheartedly to that. And there's not much of just me, So I need something that's me, and this is very me. This is very me. So there's another idea with loads of validity too. When you invite the third world in, you get third world results. Or in other words, if you cater to the poor, don't be surprised if you find yourself drained. Well, I mean, I guess technically I am catering to the poor. I'm catering to myself, or at least myself in my poorest state. Well, yeah. I mean, if I lose these bits, then lesson learned, right? If I lose these bits, lesson learned. I'm not disagreeing with you in any way, shape, or form. This is interesting information that you're telling me about. I agree. I don't know anyone who isn't poor. So it's certainly in the real world. So that's it. I'm just trying to drive some traffic, and I know that in YouTube world that's next to impossible unless you offer something that's of interest to people. And I'm just trying to add things. I've decided I'm going to open Secundus. I'm going to open that and we can play a game. I think I'm going to go with that. But I'm just trying to have some movement in it. I'm at the very bottom of the movement pile. I'm at the very beginning of the list. I need to see any movement. Okay, you don't know anyone who isn't poor. Do you know anyone who gives YouTubers money? No. Yes, I do. As of now, I know Cal donated to me. I know Bad Goy donated to this stream to get the draw going. So I do know 2 people. But do I know anyone in the real world? No. They don't really watch or do anything with YouTube. They look after their kids. They work their job. They're nice to talk to, but they're not really into that kind of thing. So no, I don't know anyone in real life. I don't have really a social circle. I don't know anyone, to put it simply. So there's the answer to that. I'm just going to do some gold on this. Is our canine still here? Out of interest. Are you still here, our canine? Oh, I've painted that skull gold. Okay, that can just be his favourite skull. There's a gold skull now on his belt. I thought you were going to comment something about the amount of progress made on this guy. Have you seen that shoulder pad? I was hoping that you were going to comment, like, when you said it was a lot of detail, that you'd do something, that you'd be impressed, but I think I might have not impressed you. I was hoping that you were going to say something, but you just kind of came on and were just rather nonchalant. Yeah, it's going well. Now you've been prompted. Let's just do that chain. And where this join line is, that looks like some gold, I reckon. Or is it just... Oh, it's just like a strip down the center. So I'm going to go over with that and I can come back in with the red. But yeah, can you hear it in my voice? Can you... don't worry about it, RK9. If you're just tired, just veg out. But can you hear the change in my voice? At the prospect of actually doing something. Yeah. If it drives engagement and it actually works great. If it doesn't, then I haven't just sat and thought about it only. At least an attempt was made, you know? So at least I can say to myself, I made the attempt. That's what I'm saying. Aside from just being charitable, you've given me the impression that charitable isn't in the budget. Do you mean like that I don't have the budget to be charitable? Well, it's relative, isn't it? Like, Do I want to give out the McFarlane? I don't mind so much. It just sits on my desk. These models, some of them I'm trying to table trade. The other ones are just free bits that I haven't listed. So I just thought it'd be nice to throw them in a big pile. The Terminator, the Annihilator platform, and the Saturnine Dreadnought. No, I don't want to. But that's the point. If it was something if it wasn't something I didn't want to give away, I don't think it would be a good giveaway. Do you know what I mean? Because we are on, like I say, we're on the first run of the ladder. So I think I've got to have like strength in my own convictions. Like I've got to give it a go. Yes. So yeah. So I've been trying to think about that, and with the bigger draws, the stipulations I added for those is that it has to maintain that count until the end of the stream, and the giveaway comes at the end of the stream. And also, you have to be in the stream to win your prize, and you'll be given 5 minutes from the draw to claim your prize. And if you're not there, it will, after 5 minutes, draw again, and it will go to someone who's in the stream. So the idea being that if you stay in, you stay watching, you could potentially win. I don't know if that's any good. Like, I've just created this over the past couple of days. That's as far as I've got, really. Because I think it can't just be given away for the sake of giving away. But if it doesn't help me with the figures, the views and stuff, then I'm just kind of screwing myself over a little bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, there has to be the results. But I felt like 55 active viewers was a bit high, so there's now the 30. And we only hit 15 for a blip, so in theory I don't have to give it away yet. So yeah, so we might never have to give it away. The donation might be too easy to trigger. Yeah, it's true. It could be triggered with $1, admittedly, with the current set of rules. I watch on average 16 hours a day of live stream Warhammer Paint channels. If you break 20 live viewers, I'll be shocked. I've never seen it happen, no matter the day, week, or time slot. On the long run, consistency, a bit of luck will get you growing slowly. Okay, well that's absolutely soul-crushing news to hear. That's horrible. Yeah, we have done. The issue is with the slow growth is, the channel's been around for ages and we've had no growth for years. So in that respect, I'm a little bit impatient, but I think we're doing great. But maybe we should take that as a goal, right? So you've never seen it break 20. We had a flare up to 15, but maybe, just maybe, we can keep figuring out ideas until we get something that really resonates with people, you know? So now that we know that just painting isn't going to cut it on a live stream, so we have to have painting, because I don't want to stop painting. I love the painting. That's the whole reason I started. But we need to have the additional juicy bits. So we have people who come for the painting, and like the few people who come on and enjoy talking to me about the painting and the stuff. Then we could have the playing of the games, maybe. But I think it might be the giveaways. But then people will just just disappear as soon as the giveaways end. I'm trying to think of ways that YouTube could actually recognize the juiciness and promote it through. Yeah, that's it. We need to be a bit juicy. That's it. So we've got 4 draws at the moment. So if the lucky pot ones, if the tactical cheese draws are activated with a donation, should we increase the limit from $1? Or like what amount of donation would you say that activates a draw? Because in theory, someone on this list of 8 people could have donated $3 in 3 different donations, and all of these things would have been given away. So is the amount too low? I mean, I'm cruising without a safety net. I don't. I don't know if that's too low. Is the tactical cheese thing a bit stupid? It wouldn't be the first stupid thing I thought of, frankly. About tree fiddy. Should we say free fiddy? Because then we can say free fiddy. We could say that. We could do that. It's also a bit terrifying that painting channels with live painting get so few viewers, because I know that I'm probably on the lower end of the quality of those painting channels that you're watching. So, you know, I'd have to, even to get to those numbers, I might have to significantly increase my game of painting. So it's gold, gold, gold. The feet will be red. There's the cloak. The skulls will be red because we're going to do the fleshy version. Whoever gave me that idea, I can't remember. I should have wrote it down. Yeah, adjust it on the fly. Yeah, I think we can block this in. I think there's a lot of red on the lower body that we can block in. And I wouldn't mind getting some edge highlighting done. There's a little bit of gold there. Do I have any left over for this little star medallion thing he's got going on here? I'm going to need a little bit more. So, how can we increase the juiciness, guys? I think it's mostly because of the angle / view. Most channels you can't really see what they are painting. So, on the subject of angles, I've not looked at a painting live stream. Francois as well. Is this angle okay? Because I worry about the focus in, focus out of the camera. And I worry that sometimes I paint bits off camera. But is it palatable, or is it more just listening to me? That's the thing. It's probably the best paint stream. He's been doing it. Not me, but the person you mentioned. You mentioned the name, Next Level Painting. Probably the best paint stream. He's been doing it 9 years and never breaks 20 live. He averages $100 in donations per stream and does several giveaways per stream. Makes most of his money by selling painting classes through Patreon. Okay, well, I'm never going to sell painting classes. That's for sure. So that's out. But the fact that he doesn't break 20, it's either inspirational or devastating. The camera angle and quality are good. Thank you. It's strange painting with my hands round the phone, because I'm essentially looking round the phone to paint it and then looking at the screen to check it. But it feels really comfy. Like, it doesn't feel painful to do. That's why I've been able to sit here like this. It's pure fluke that I found it. I can maybe some more light on the right hand side, this side over here. Yeah, I think my lighting could use an upgrade. At the moment, all I've got is this Philips Hue on a stick. That's all I've got. And it's on white light and it's at maximum. But as far as setup's concerned, I mean, considering I've put this together without a budget, I mean, I'm quite pleased. I watch streams where I can see how people paint, blend, stipple, layer, so I can learn how. I bet it's super hard to paint like that. I can barely paint normally. Do you know what? The original theory was to start just painting all the time and see. I'm going to put that in the paint. And I've already noticed in the small amount of time that I've been doing it that I've improved, which is really nice. There's just not many of us old men who are interested in sitting around waffling and painting. Yes, I agree. I am old. I am old. But yeah, I mean, it's nice because this is like hobbies together with trying to have some money. So it's kind of nice. Maybe you could have a white light on one side and RGB on the other side. What I'd like to do, Bad Goy, is have a color system where I could just switch the light from white to red, so I could start doing Doc Brown Klingon from Star Trek 3 impressions. I could start talking about, saying we are cloaked, 5,000 calicams. I could start doing that scene, I'd like to be able to switch it out to red, just to be able to do a Star Trek reference. I'd really like to do that. But yeah, I could use some more light in here. You're right. I should do some more light. And to be honest, having this right next to my eye does give me a headache after a few hours. So having something maybe a little better lighting wise, I think that's legit. Yeah, I think that's a legit good idea. And that's the 20 regular paint stream viewers. 15 of us are over 40, and the other 5 are 15-year-olds and penniless. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm going to take that on board. In fact, I'm going to take it on board so much, I'm going to write it down on a post-it here. I'm going to write it down. Better lighting. I'm going to jot it down. I'm listening. I hear you. I hear you. I'm going to put it up. Better lighting. I heard you. Appreciate the feedback. I like it a lot. Thank you. I do appreciate that. 41 in December. I just bought myself a new painting lamp and invested in some reader glasses to help with small details. I know how that feels. Yeah. New light. New light is the way to go. I guess there isn't many old boys actually painting. Makes us kind of a rare breed, not necessarily something people want to watch. I don't know. But again, it's the doing it, doing the thing. So now I get to block out. You can try a metallic skull with real teeth and organic pink gums. Ooh, the gold skull with organic pink gums. Why don't we just try? Because the mouth is open. I'm going to put in a dab of the Blood Angels Red. I'm going to whack in some Blood Angels Red right there. I'm just going to whack that in the gob. So yeah, it's gold, but we can heavily imply that it's a real skull. Let's just do that. All right, I like it. Yeah, I think we should do that. I think that's what we could do. I have about 8 Death Guard models sitting on my desk here. I'm watching you paint. That's lovely. Have you seen my Death Guard? I'd love to show you my Death Guard, if that's all right. If you are interested in that. I don't know if I've already shown you. But most of us are over 40 on some type of disability. Fixed income blokes on the dole. Agreed. Strongly agree. Yep, it's very much the case. So maybe the giveaways are all the more important for our, I want to include myself in it, but our community. Maybe the idea of giving something away is better for us, and maybe that's it's more appreciated. I don't know. Maybe. Schmitters, you're younger than Master. No, are you? Maybe. Yeah, they're on hand. They're right here. So I've got 2 types, right? Because I struggle with getting the paint schemes right. So let's grab out one of each. So if I grab out him and let's make it another one. So there we go. Okay, so the first one I did was with the Death Guard Green, but I found the Death Guard Green an absolute nightmare. So my first ones came out like this. You can see there's a lot of wash. I didn't like the green. I highlighted in bleach bone or whatever that white is. And it's very strong highlights, very reliant on contrast. And I don't like them. I don't like them. I didn't like them when I did them. It felt a little bit like I lost. So I did that. But then what I moved into was to try and go a little bit more of the Horus Heresy kind. So what I've gone with is bone. This weapon doesn't exist. I actually stuck this bit of teeth on here, and this blade is from the Death Shroud kit. So I've just given him a staff because he had like the 3 maces with the smoke effect coming out, and I can't paint the smoke effect, so I chopped it off. And this whole fleshy blob here that continues under here, this is all green stuff that I turned into like flesh to kind of meld him to the frame. So all under here, all this flesh here is green stuff that I've done. So that's all added in because I wanted to fill in some gaps and take away the maces. But he's just more. I'm more happy with it. But yeah, so that's that one. I'm interested to bloody it, but I meant just have the gums area of the skull look like living gums, since chaos has so much organic corruption, process and stuff. We can do that. It doesn't have to be blood. I can fix that and do pink ink. It's absolutely fine. We can totally do that. I got no issue with that whatsoever. Do you know what, Goy? You can have control over the skull. We will go with pink. That's fine. But yeah, Death Guard, second. I think the second easiest army to paint. I think maybe Orcs are easier, potentially. It's a hard one to decide, but so I went red, but when it dries, you can see that it's pretty light. We could probably get away with that, but we can put pink. It doesn't, I mean, because it's a skull, it doesn't have gums. It would just be in the very recesses. But we can figure something out. I'm going to block in the blood red now, and then we can get to some edge highlighting. But I still don't know if 20 active viewers is inspirational or crushing. I don't know if it's super difficult. But hang on, you mentioned that, yeah, we've seen a lot of progress in a very short amount of time. And I feel like I might be onto something, because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. And I think that comes across, because I'm a bit like it. If I don't enjoy something, I'm just not doing it. So if I wasn't enjoying myself, I wouldn't be here. So the fact that I want to come on is good. I just need to see some progress. You know, I want to see some stuff to keep my brain occupied. And I think if I stick at it, we could get something great going on here. To be honest, guys, I think we could potentially have a nice little spot. I just have to keep myself entertained as well, you know, because it will show. Do it on the base of the skull for the look, to see. Oh, the base skulls. You think I should? So you want me to put a pink on them? Is that what you're saying? I'm listening now. Let's just say you want me to put. I will put the Volpus. What is it? Volupus. I will put this pink on it. You want me to put this pink on the skulls on the base? Is that what you're asking for? Because I could do it. Also, I'm going to ask. We got 8 people, but 6 likes. You couldn't help me try and boost. You couldn't help me try and attain what I'm trying to do here. You couldn't give me just a couple of extra clicks. I'd really appreciate it. I really am trying to do something here. So if you wanna help me out, it's just a couple of clicks. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, you know what? We can do that. I'll just use up this little bit of red, and then we'll do it on the skulls. Let's give it a whirl. It's important to keep testing those things. These talons, I'm not sure if I might just leave them red. Maybe I don't want to make a detail out of them. Maybe I'll just leave them red. I don't know. I was thinking about these teeth though. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But there's these teeth up here on the top of this lovely backpack, and I might do something with them, but maybe they were right just to stay gold. Haven't decided. Right, let's grab out the pink and try it on the skulls. I think we should go in for a penny, in for a pound, and I think I should pink all of the skulls. Should I just do the recesses? Should I just do the recesses pink? Or should I do all the skulls pink? I'm thinking recesses, so that we don't have to worry about getting bone on those white surfaces. It won't have to cover up the pink that's unnecessarily there. So let's do it. Also, we can open up what colours you want these Space Marine heads to be. We've got a few Space Marines, so let's just I think reasonable goals at station should be 15 regular live viewers that show up for the majority of streams, and to look at non-viewers subscribing for your largest returns in your investment. Try on one and see how it looks. Okay, agreed. Let's do this one here with the open mouth that's partially brown. So we just whack on. Oh, it looks quite nice, actually. That's better than the red, because immediately the sockets are a little bit whiter. Yeah, I think I could. I think we could do something with that. I think so. The fact that I went ooh immediately. The good thing is, with the base skulls not really making sense, is that I can say chaos, and I think we can be all right with it. So I'm going to put this pink on the golden skull as well, and see if pink on the red it works out okay. Let's get the pink. I want to make Goy happy. I'm not super sure what he's after. I haven't quite understood it, but I'm willing to give it a go. So there we go. Bit of warp shenanigans, exactly. That's why I like trying to make Chaos Spawn. You know what? I like the pink head so much. I'm going to go ahead and commit to that and see where it takes us. I'm happy to let's do a bit of both. I know you didn't like the idea of them on the base, but if we do the gold one and then maybe try something with these aren't going to be gold skulls on the ground, they're going to be bone skulls, so it's just more like they're still a little bit meaty. And if it doesn't work, we can add a little bit of red in patches. We don't have to just stick with it, but it'd be nice to have a little bit of different color on the base, I feel. Let's see where we ivory on brown. It's without a doubt. But I'm very happy that I've managed to find these skulls to whack on. They're just from a Terminator kit, because I don't put the spikes on their shoulders, the Chaos Terminator shoulders. So I had all these extra skulls with a spike in. So I was like, I could just use them for this. I mean, it is a character, so I can just jam them on there. So, Francois, if we, in theory, right, so with the way we've done the draws, if I do end up giving away that Terminator, we've hit more concurrent viewers than some of the biggest painting live streamers. I won't be selling tutorials on Patreon. I won't be able to do painting classes with people. I'm not that good. Plus, so it would be, maybe the giveaways would be the draw. Maybe I use the word draw. Is that the word I'm trying to think of? I'm not sure. But I say we give the pink skulls a go. Like we experimented with the shoulder pad and it came up amazing. So I think I'm going to listen to you guys. But I'm still not quite understanding what you want with the gold one. That's the issue I'm feeling. But there we go. I think there's something. I think there's something that could be nice about that. I do want to make an effort with the Space Marine heads, though. I do want to do them different chapters, and may I say, maybe even try doing them different chapters that I haven't actually painted before. So I think that would be quite nice. I might go for that. Yeah. No one reacted to my red light Star Trek 3 reference. Do we not have Star Trek fans here? Star Trek 3, you know, arguably one of the best films of the Star Trek franchise. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a huge Star Trek fan. Yeah. Now, gore effect is something I'm not going to be super good at. I'm not good at blood effects, but maybe. No. Let me guess. I'm going to go out on a limb. Francois, you're a Doctor Who fan. No, there's no Star Trek fans. So you wouldn't even get it if I was like, there are 4 lights. That's just totally lost on you guys, right? Completely lost. It's fine. Like, it's Star Trek, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, yeah, the current one isn't Star Trek. I don't know what on earth it is, but it's not Star Trek. It is a shambles. It's a crime. It's an absolute... It's a damn crime, is what it is. It's a crime. Okay, yeah, good, because I can't stand Doctor Who either. Good, I'm glad we're on agreement on that. Well, the question is, which Khan are we talking? Because there's the new Khan and the old Khan. Now, the old Khan film is Star Trek 2, and I'm a big fan of that. The new one is okay, but lens flare Star Trek I don't consider Star Trek. I consider it like sci-fi action that uses the Star Trek name. It's more like an interpretation of Star Trek than opposed to Star Trek, if that makes sense. They're both of them have they're screaming guys in both, so it doesn't really narrow it down. Is it Benedict Cumberland or what is his name? Benedict Cumberbund. Is it him shouting? If it's him shouting, it's the new one. Is it Doctor Strange shouting? Because then that's the new one. So I've just got to find this. There we go, just in that recess there. I haven't been painting terribly fast today. This morning we were going great guns. But that's because I was falling back on the tried and tested. No one's in the stream. Just focus on the painting and don't despair, basically. And that really helps me. That's definitely something that I wasn't expecting. That if I just knuckle down with the painting and then I stop thinking about it. That's probably a good thing. Not knowing celebrities. I think you're better off. Why does that feel like a metal line there? Why does that feel like that's armor there? Do you see that line? There. See where the red's just gone over there? You see that line? That feels like that is a shin guard. And maybe even on the back here. That's a shin guard because there's a line there as well. I think I've messed up. I think that this guy's wearing armored trousers. I think these are armored trousers because there's some lines in there. You see that line join there? Line join there? I've painted this leg, but I think that these bits, because this has got spikes on, so we might have to take some creative liberties here. I might leave that red because it doesn't make sense that that's armor and bending, but then, chaos. So, but then under here, you've definitely got lines that would indicate leg and not leg. So, I think we're going to just have to make a call on this one. And I'm just going to decide that this bit here is flesh. Because then you've got this delicious little bit in here that we can edge highlight. There. But then that feels like armor. Oh, I think I've got a bit... Do you know what I feel like this is? I feel like when the guy made this kit, he used like Zeechy legs and a corny head. I get that impression. I feel like these legs were for a different variation of the Demon Prince. I think I've got a little bit of a mix with this, with the one this guy made. And I think I'm just going to decide that these are going to be... Does it look silly? Does the gold bit there just look silly and having it red there? I might need to change it up. I think I might have to figure something out. Because I think that bit just being gold looks a bit weird. Possibly. It does look a bit weird. But then if that's not going to be... If that's going to be gold and that phi is going to be gold, then this phi here is also wrong. And it means that there is actually a lot more gold on these legs. Yeah. Okay, we're going to stop there. It looks like he's going to be wearing gold trousers. Harvard studies prove that interest in celebrities directly correlates to low IQ. The lower the IQ, the great obsession with preoccupation with celebrities. That's a tough one for a lot of people to swallow. So the bigger the fixation with celebrities... so by that logic, Goy's smarter than me. I know a celebrity's name. I could probably name a few others. So his IQ is higher. I love it. Yeah, I would love. I believe Harvard on that one. Yeah. Okay. Direct correlation between obsession with celebrities. The area under that bit be darker red and look messy and seem closed like pants under armor. Yeah, it could be, but then if we're going pants under armor, we're going another color. And I'm not sure about that. So I don't necessarily want to put a pair of fetching trousers on my Demon Prince. But then, me not understand big words. Me think you say me smart, big thank you. me thank me for you thankies. Wait, me think good? Yeah. Oh no! Big words for little man. I just got emasculated. Ah, Arcanine, I thought we were friends. Why did you have to attack my masculinity? It's a shoddy creature. Knowing a few celebrity names is normal, but caring what celebrity does off screen is something different. Okay. Did I tell you about my Denzel Washington story on a totally unrelated note? Did I tell you about that? It's all right, RK9. It's fine. Now that I know you're a vicious creature, I shall endeavor to line up as many opportunities for you to call me something horrible as possible for my own personal entertainment. I will see if I can't go fishing for you insulting me. Why have I got Zeech legs on this thing? They are definitely chicken legs. My demon prince has skipped leg day. That's what it is. It's skipped leg day. You can even see where you can change the foot to a hoof. Yeah, I'm the same, RK9. Yeah, so that's very nice. That's the demolition school of masculine bonding. That you insult each other. I don't know why it's like that, but you insult people that you like. I've called my friends some absolutely terrible things. Like truly awful things, and insinuated that they get up to some terrible activities. But it's all good fun. But yeah, insulting your friends, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like I insult myself as I much my friends, and it's kind of like, hey, I insult myself, I insult you. We're the same. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the psychology behind that is, but it's common. He's cornate. He wanted claws instead of hooves to be able to stab people with them for blood spilling. Yes, it's true. Yeah. But I definitely feel like, on a more assembly point of view, whoever made this got it wrong. In that it's not hooves. Or they might, as you say, they might have just preferred the chicken legs. You could argue that they are. Well, no, they are bird legs. Right. Okay. So we messed up with the trousers. The more I think about it, the more I'm going to go gold. He's going to have gold trousers on, and then the legs start here. They start here. So I'm going to go leg trousers. Now there's a rather questionable view underneath the model. There's a rather questionable issue at hand here. I don't know why the model's designed like that under there, and why the Demon Prince does have a fetching pair of testicles. But yeah, that's. I think I'm just going to put some red ink in there and just leave it at that. But that's. Someone designed that bit, Someone decided to give him a fabulous pair of buns and some testicles. So, I mean, I'll just put some red in there, and then we'll say no more about it. But that was quite a view presented to me there. Yeah, I think having a thick skin is really important, and be able to laugh at yourself and critique yourself as well, not to get so incredibly defensive. Basically, what I fire at myself is if something's annoying me, I stop myself and I ask myself why is that annoyed me? Is the point being made legit? No, I'm not gonna. There's not gonna be any details. I might treat him to an edge highlight on his testicles just to really bring out the nice shape of that nutsack. Just a nice little highlight, just so that if anyone does check, they're like, that's a top quality scrotum right there. Good paintwork. Good paintwork there, table. You really made that demon's nutsack stand out. Yeah, that's, it's a good opportunity for some edge highlight practice. You could just cut and do some wax or parchment up there as a tabard and not have to work on the scrotum cheeks. Goy, that's a great idea. I could. But then if I'm making a tabard and putting stuff up there, is that me admitting that the scrot bothered me? And do we want to cover up the joke? I've got to do the tail anyway, so I do have to revisit one of the angriest scrotums I've ever painted. There's a little opportunity for some red in there. There we go. The scrot. The Scroton Cheeks. That should be a pub name. That would be a great pub in the UK, the Scroton Cheeks. Yeah, it sure does have a lot of details. Some details I wasn't even expecting to see. They really went all out on the details. Speaking of details, this tail's just amazing, but these little spikes, I'm just going to leave them red. We are doing a lot of blocking in at the moment. It's definitely going to leave me open to doing a shed load of edge highlighting at one point. So maybe this will be, I'll block in the tail and then move into edge highlighting from there, I think. It's not if you put some skulls on a belt on the tabard. You could cram some skulls up there and extend these skulls and then extend the skulls here. Or just don't look up him. Do we want to do skulls? I mean, clearly, if your sole occupation is gathering skulls, you don't think about underpants. Clearly, you know, the guy's got his priorities right. He's just about that furniture making. You know, skulls for the skull throne. Got no time for nothing else. And, you know, maybe on Corn Worlds it gets hot. You know, maybe a pair of briefs. You know, you set yourself open to chafing, and all kinds of things. So maybe you're angry enough. You know, maybe you're already super angry, and adding chafing to the mix will just be too much anger. Who knows? I don't know what lore I'm trying to create around this character. But I just was totally taken by surprise with that. I'm going to try and get off that topic now. I'm going to try and lean away from it. I'm far too amused by it. I'm going to just leave it be. So yeah, I'm going to leave it be. But we've had consistently 8 people today. So I don't know what percentage that is of compared to the 20. But it's something. It's nice that people are hanging out. I do feel like I want to do a game. I feel like I want to sit down and read through some rules, and I'm gonna open Secundus. Basically, I'm just gonna assume 40% off is good. Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to work out the percentage, but I gave up halfway through the thought of even asking. But 40% of that's not bad. Not bad. And to consider, when you think about it, like, I think I started around the 14th. No, it wasn't the 14th. I forget. But it feels like I've been doing this. It feels like I've just been doing this forever. As strange as that sounds, it feels very comfy. And, like, for example, today, I came on because I was in a bad mood. And I came on here. I sought out streaming to feel better because I missed out on a table trade. Like, caught it but couldn't afford it. And so I came on here to cheer myself up. So if that doesn't tell me that I'm onto something, then I don't know what else would. You know? That I came on here to cheer myself up. Like, I like that. And as we've mentioned before, you know when the person doesn't want to be here. The painting stream started 13 days ago. So, tomorrow is our 2-week birthday. 2-week birthday of streams. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. It doesn't feel like 2 weeks. When did it start? When I changed the thumbnail to the ones Dan gave me, the one with the nice layout and the hand holding the Terminator. When did those ones start? Do you mind checking, Schmidt, as you have it already up? I'm quite curious about that. I did say I was going to stop blocking, so let's stop blocking in. It does. 1 week ago. And what's crazy as well is that I kind of feel like I already know some of you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've known Schmitters, it must be pushing 10 years, Schmitters, that I've known you. Don't you think? Do you think it's pushing 10 years? I think we're not far off. I think, Schmitz. Because you've been around since... yeah. Can you believe that? That's bonkers.
Yeah, and the thing is, Smithers, I could walk past you in the street and I'd never know it was you. You know? I mean, the only reason I'd know it was you because is that you'd be exposing yourself to homeless people. That's the only way I'd recognise that it's you. That's the only way. That's the only way I'd know it was you. Otherwise, there's no way of us knowing. Well, I mean, you'd probably come and say hi to me if you saw me, I guess. Chris Hodge, hi. Can I get a little? Can I get a little? Can I get a little cheeky like from those of you who give me a like? The trousers have scuppered me, but I feel like there's some gold on there. That dry maybe, or I think I've got to correct it now. I feel like I've got to correct it now. That's what we got to do. We got to correct it now. Yeah, but 10 years from this. But what the point I'm trying to make is, live stream time feels a little bit like time concentrate, and what I really like doing is building up little narratives. So you're already getting like little histories. I'm sad that Cal hasn't come back. He's written up here. If I can just tilt this ever so slightly, you can see Cal Carrot Smith is up here still because I wanted to make a little joke about him, but he never came back. I did actually vacation on the Baltics this year, so I've never been closer by. Crazy. That's crazy. What's even crazier is that Venom lives a 40-minute drive from me, which is even crazier. Again, don't know him. I know there was an increase in knife crime in the area that he lives, so I think he's keeping busy at least. This is definitely the wrong brush for this. Vacation in the Baltics. I don't think Finland is one of the Baltic countries. I think it's Denmark, Sweden, Norway, or am I thinking of something else? No, I'm not sure what I'm thinking of there. Geology, a little bit of a geology fail. Let's fix this gold. Total coincidence. Went to school with one of the other server members. That is crazy. Who was it, Schmitters? Do I know the name? You went to school with them. Did they bully you, Schmitters? Do I need to kick them out? Did you like them at school? Were they mean to you? Did they say you weren't the prettiest girl at school? Do I need to do something, Schmitters? Do you need me to step in? I can step in. Dark Control. I don't know them. Do you want me to track them down? Do you want me to say that their parents don't love them? Do I need to help you out, Schmitters? Is there some schoolyard thing that needs to be resolved? I'll step in for you, Schmitters. I will. I'll do that for you. Oh. Okay, so perfectly good friends. No need to initiate any kind of vigilante justice there. I'll rein it back in. So, unfortunately, this red, is going to be covered up completely easily. So it's probably going to need one, maybe two coats. It's not that bad at all. But yeah, that was a nice little bit of conversation run we got going there. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, so I like building up little narrative stories. That's why I want to put people's names on models in the games. So if you want to Google what's in the box Hive Secundus, you can be a floating parasite brain thing on just floating around. You could be a rather twisted up gene stealer. You could be a little gene stealer cultist with a handgun, or you could be the very techie looking Van Sar explorers. They all look pretty kitted out. They look like they're ready for a little bit of rummaging around in the basement of Hive City. That was a long ass reconnecting. But yeah, but the Van Sar stuff, and two of them are wearing these exosuits. So I assume they're like looking for tech or looking for just treasures down in the depths. But you also get a few wall pieces. So if you really want to lend your name to a wall piece, you could be a wall piece. If you really want to be, there's a plastic wall piece. I'd graffiti your name on it like someone sprayed graffiti. If ever there's more reason to get boarding actions or the walls for a Necromunda terrain set, is that you could have your name in graffiti on the wall. Isn't that amazing? I think the pink ink will work. It's dried, so what we can do is we can go down to those once we've got a coat of the once we've got the yellow. Graffiti. That's it. We can do graffiti. I've got tape I can stencil your names on,
And what I can do is, if I really like you, I'll put your name on and then some kind of horrible slur next to it. And I'll think of some creative Warhammer-esque slurs. Or maybe I shouldn't, but yeah, naming graffiti. Another reason to get terrain. Names on the characters, names on the walls. I like that. I like that. That's something. Then that could add some real character to the board. Forget the boarding actions box set. Just do the Necromunda Hive Scum graffiti. That would have loads of graffiti. There's something there. I could even do a stencil. Well, how bad's the slur? Because I mean, we could have some fun and use the really good ones and see if anyone notices them, but I might get in trouble. But let's be honest, the really good ones are the ones that get the biggest laugh out of me, certainly. I love popping those out around my friends unnecessarily over something trivial. So, like, you know, if one of my friends has left the tea bag in my tea, then I might trot out a rather excessive string of slurs just to remind them not to do it in future. It can be a real life slur. We can do that. Okay, we'll spell it together. All right. So 3, 2, 1, S. Oh. What were you going for? Whoa! It's like you're about to summon a demon. We're about to ascend to demonhood. Oh. I was way off. I was going to go SLU. But maybe we were thinking of a different slur. There's a really nice feature on an RTS game, a castle builder, right? In that you press the F keys in multiplayer and they blast out a slur on the other person's speakers as well. So you can call them like a dastard or a dolt, or my personal favourite, a slubberdagullion. And you can just mash those keys throughout the game at the other person. It's a really nice touch. Oh no, I've got to go back towards the scrot of rage just to paint on these rather fetching gold pantaloons. These gold chapless. They're buttless chaps. He's wearing golden buttless chaps. Ah, that would make me angry. I'd want to kill a few people if I was being forced for eternity to wear gold buttless chaps. Think about it. You put in all the effort. You murder millions of people over countless worlds. And you finally obtain demonhood. And they're like, yeah, you're always going to have to feel the breeze in your gold buttless chaps. I hope you like being a cowboy. Go fetch me skulls. You know, you might be a little bit angry about that. Scrot of rage. Yep, scrot of rage. It's right there. I don't want to even go too near it. It's very. Oh, there's a little bit of white in there as well. I'm just gonna have to pop a bit of gold in there. It's. I'm very glad that you can't really see what I'm seeing right now. So in order to spare you, I'm just going to turn it at a different angle so you can see exactly what I'm going to have to do in here. I'm just getting some gold in there. Does it feel a little bit like we're watching an anatomy, a medical stream now? It's just... Oh, man. Let's just paint that bit gold. I don't even care if that's a red or a gold bit. I'm just going to leave it now. There, we can come out. There's some patches under there that still need some attention, but it's got to be in red. So we made it out, guys. We made it out. For anyone joining the stream, yeah, that's the kind of caliber we put out here. I'm just going to do this bit as well. Right, so I think the chaps we've kind of fixed them. I want to go back to the skulls now. So I reckon if we just go over them with bone and highlight them, but I want to do edge highlights. So I'm going to do 2 different bone types. I feel like I've been mostly chatting and blocking this one out. I feel like we should up the skill investment a little bit. Bad Goy, that is horrendous. That comment of yours, that is awful. Were you implying that? Well, I know what you're implying. Jeez Louise, man. That is shame on you. That is awful. Ah, what an image. Right, we need 2 bones. Let's have a look. So, as we are a lot of old people here, what's the worst thing? Mine is that I now make sounds getting in and out of chairs, somewhere along the lines of and I often say my spine. So they're the worst ones for me. Getting in and out of chairs is yeah, that's now a thing. And yeah, my spine. Oh, here we go. Let's go for this, right? Let's do I think that's an R. Recalf flesh, and then highlight it with Wraith bone. We're going to go for that. Let's do that. I think I'm up for that. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. So I think this Recalf is going to need to go on the old Vortex mixer, which isn't plugged in. And on the subject, I'm very excited about the graffiti idea, right? Oh, Schmitz, I'll catch you later, buddy. Congratulations on the win. I think you're going to probably be my test guinea pig for graffiti. So, yeah, I just need to find a slur that rhymes with Schmidt or Schmitters. Schmidt the shit? Shitters? Schmitters? Schmitters our shitters? Well, you got it anyway. I'll see you later, Schmitz. Yeah, I'm the other way round. I look awful. I look like an old guy. So yeah, why do you think you just look at my hands only? I'm not showing my face on this shizness. So we're gonna go for the Recalf flesh. It's not in the best condition, but I think we can just go ahead and commit to do. I'm going to get a bigger brush out. Hang on, let me scoop a bit with a bigger brush. But I mean, Francois, you know, you probably look quite youthful. You retired at 30, so that's probably done wonders for you. You know, that's probably really helped you out. So good for you, man. Good for you. It's nice to hear. See, that's something that I like as well. Like, I know some people don't like to hear people have good fortune because it makes them jealous. But for me, I like hearing that, you know, at least something's going good for somebody I know, you know? I like to hear these stories. I can transplant myself into someone else's good fortune and enjoy it with them. Does that make sense? That's what I mean. Like, it's nice that someone's having some good fortune. Right, I'm going to get in and do these skulls now. Let's just pick any one of these. And let's just go in and do this one. So we want to leave some of as much pink as we can in the recesses. And see how it looks. So this one's got a big old spike sticking out of his head, which a lot of them do. So if I could try and leave some of that brow, can you see there? If I can try and leave some of that brow, but not too much. Ah, yeah, basically exactly what I've just done. And then I'm going to try and do the rim of the skull without filling in that gap. Oh, Table, you have improved, you little beauty. Can you see that? Can you see that skull? There we go. You little. It looks all right with the pink. It might even benefit from a little bit of red as well. It might even benefit. Let's just, you know, there's something. You know what, Goy? I think you're absolutely onto something here with the meaty skulls. I think there's something really nice about that. I think I can decrease that line as well, make it just wafer thin. Oh, I just bummed it up, but the gist is there. You can see it. I did kind of press into that recess a bit, but there's something about the pink underneath that's quite nice. I wish I had a picture I have of a Joy toy in storage, could have demonstrated with. The meaty skull idea is an idea, or your own, and it's great. What's bugging me a little bit is that I haven't clearly understood, because you've explained it to me, but I clearly haven't understood what you meant, and I've successfully on a few occasions now not understood what you meant. So if you ever do dig out that Joy toy, I'd love to see it, because maybe I need an image to understand it. I attribute to organic food, vapor in distilled water, and the fact scar tissue doesn't wrinkle, and genetics. If anything, retirement has only made me look older, aka fatter. Ah, well, that is good. Yeah, weight stays on easier, to be honest. That's another big thing. You got to keep off the treats. No, you just have to accept it. You can accept that you can eat your treats, but you're going to get a bit big in the middle, or not. And that's a decision we're all going to have to face. You're either the jolly fat man. Well, what's the alternative? Yeah, you can, because like not eating treats is a bit rubbish, but I don't know. I haven't decided which way I'm going to go. But I just know that pizza tastes good. I love pizza. Absolutely love pizza. And cookie ice cream sandwiches. They're just amazing. Chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwiches. And anything that's mint flavoured. and Ben and Jerry's cookie dough. And and a host of other things. That's a great one, yeah. Well, I do. There's one woman I care about. Well, two, like my daughter and my missus. I do care what they think about me. So I do continuously try to impress them. So I care what they think. But the average person in the street, no, don't care. And that's nice when you finally realise that you don't have to care. With my general interactions with people in the public, like I'm polite until they give me a reason to not bother. But most of my interactions with strangers, the pink skulls, guys, they really work. The pink skulls really work. It's now my new go-to for painting skulls is to have the. And what it really bodes well is the oldie school. So if I do the pink recesses, it shows that you can go pink and then go lighter, and it looks okay. So it's kind of opened up the door to the gene stealer cultists, and that it is viable. That's kind of cool. I've never used pink as a recess before. Yeah, that was something I wasn't taught. Being English, it was just hammered into me. Always be polite, always consider the other person. And then it took a long time for me to realize that a lot of people are playing life like Rust, where they're just taking everything they can from anyone they can and just charging ahead for themselves. And it took me a long time to realize that and to unlearn it. And now that I've learned that I can be more selective with who I spend my time with, it's a lot nicer. You can choose these things, and I like that a lot more. But again, I had to figure that out on my own. No one helped me figure that out. There was a lot of being taken advantage of before I realised that some people are just seeing you as an opportunity as opposed to actually wanting to spend time. It's a hard one to swallow, but you get there. Just have to be selective. These skulls are beautiful. Yeah, the pink. And again, as I've said, without the stream, we wouldn't have found it. Without this stream, we wouldn't have found it. I'd be almost at information age on Civ by now. Yeah, we wouldn't have found it. What, for Gene Stealers? Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just crack out a Gene Stealer or two on a stream, and we're doing tandem. You'll tell me your one, and I'll see if I've got the right colours, and if we do, we can go ahead with that one. And at the same time, I will try this one, and then we can see where we go with those. I think that would be a nice idea. I think we could do that. Yeah, I think we could do that. Because I want to get onto my cultists, and I think I'm finally ready to assemble those. And then what I'll do is I'll get them base coated for the next stream. Oh, it's a little bit of rock there. Let's go in and do this guy. Even for normal, really, even for normal human heads. That's another real weakness, is human faces. I never would have thought a blue glaze for normal people's faces. I never would have considered that. That is interesting, actually. There we go. We're good. They are very pretty. What I'll do is I just realised there's like 3 times as many on the other side. I think I can put a little bit more on this one. Just like so. What time are we at now? Let's check. 11:30. Yeah, we might need to stop there. But we've got the skulls. We just did a lot of blocking out. We got the draws figured out. You know what? I think I might stop there as we're where we're at. Thank you very much for the donation. That was nice. And now that he's not here, can we just say something nice about Schmitters? The fact that he turned down the prize. So not only did he save me postage on the first ever draw, but it means that the prize got to stay, and then we've now split it into the 3 different prizes. Schmitters is a really nice guy. I can say that now he's not here, but he's just such a good dude, and he's just consistently... What's the best compliment I can think of for Schmitters? Whenever you talk to Schmitters, you know exactly where you stand, and Schmitters is always Schmitters. He's yeah, for a day, RK9. Like, it's really quite something. But yeah, Schmitters is a wonderful guy. He really is. Don't tell him I said. But yeah, Schmitters is like he's always Schmitters, and he's always the same guy. It's just so nice. Thanks. Yeah, I will be about tomorrow again, and we will really just break the back of this one. I think we'll really just push it forward. But thanks again for the skull idea. I like it a lot. And now, yeah, we can move forward with that. Yeah, so thanks, guys. Gives better shadows than black. Yeah, blue on human faces. I've got loads of human heads. I might stick some on some bits of paperclip, and we can have a little. Maybe we can have a little practice with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. You've cheered an old man up, so thanks for that. I will catch up with you later on, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.